Hi, beautiful soul. Welcome to this week's angel message, and it is a doozy. It really is huge. This week is already promising to be a massive week of change. And what the angels are showing me is that under this full moon, supermoon that we've just had, and year of the snake, shedding your skin, releasing what does not serve you, understanding it and releasing it, not just letting it go, but realizing something about what you're doing, saying, how you're behaving, patterns that don't serve you whatsoever and are actually sabotaging you, your life, your dreams, your goals, your soul purpose this lifetime. And so I'll tell you a story in a minute of something that happened to me this morning. But if you can see this week in particular, let's stay in the present and see it as a time of noticing what is showing up repeatedly. So if you've been feeling like, why are these issues coming up? Why do I keep getting stuck? Why are the delays? Why do I keep hitting the same problem again and again and again? And no matter what I do, I can't seem to move through it or past it. Or maybe it's other people. It's other people that seem to be the problem, the way they're treating you, the things they're saying to you, or maybe they're just not giving you what you want. Let me tell you, first of all, this comes down to you, that they are reflecting something that you need to change. And what the angels are saying to me clearly right now, so crystal clear, is that this is about moving off the path of fear and ego, letting your ego run the show, and onto the path that's guided by your soul, your higher self, your angels, the divine, the universe, and ridding yourself of repeated patterns and issues that sabotage you, that pull the rug from under you, that dim your light. And they're coming to you right now in such a way that you might be thinking, I feel persecuted, or I feel like there's something I'm missing. And in a way, you're right. So you need to stop, if this is you, and ask the question, what am I meant to be seeing or learning here? Because there is wisdom in this. I want you to trust that. Trust that this is a compassionate, loving universe that has your back, rather than it being a universe that's stacked against you. So when problems come, if you can move out of that self-pity or a feeling of I am, personally persecuted, or everything is against me, and move into, this is interesting. Now, if I knew that the universe is compassionate and loving and always working for my highest good, it must be trying to show me something that really needs to wake me up. If these things keep happening, there must be something. Now, I don't want you to go into guilt and self-punishment, because that's just going to wedge you further into the wrong energy. That's your ego taking control. When your ego is saying to you, it's you're not good enough. You see, you always knew this, that you were wrong, or you were never going to succeed, or right? All of that's your ego. But your higher self will say, actually, there is something that we lovingly bring to you that you need to change about the way you're seeing this, looking at things, treating yourself, allowing people to treat you, that is going to completely change your life for the better. And it's going to rain joy, abundance, peace, and harmony for you when you finally get this. So have I got your attention? Are you ready for the guidance this week? Because it's really, really, really clear. Now, I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot, but I had to stop the recording earlier and go up and get another deck of cards. So the Angels and Ancestors deck as well. They kept saying Angels and Ancestors, Angels and Ancestors. So Angels, Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Metatron is with us. Archangel Zadkiel is with us, our Angel of December. And Archangel Ariel is here, Angel of Abundance. So let's see what they have to say using these beautiful cards. So I didn't shuffle beforehand because I wanted to do it live with you. I could feel the energy is so powerful. And then we're going to use the Ancestors deck. So, okay, the first card, this is exactly what I've been saying, right? This is about a change of perspective being needed. So just like I said, flipping something on its head into saying, like, why is this happening to me? Into, I'm curious to see what the hidden lesson is in this. This is an ego issue that is And when it's an ego issue, it's not saying, oh, you're a bad person because you've got an ego, because we've all got an ego. But our ego holds on to things that create a conflict for us in our lives. So it might be, that you constantly don't feel good enough. You constantly compare yourself to others. That's an ego issue, right? Your ego is arguing for your limitations and saying, right, you're really not good enough. And look at this person over here doing this thing. And that doesn't move you forward. If your higher self gets hold of the issue, they're like, well, your higher self will say, you are worthy, but you're holding on to this criticism from your childhood, or you're listening to the wrong people. You're surrounding yourself with negative people who don't believe in you and only want you to do what they want you to do, not what is best for you. So you see how our ego can make us into people pleasers, where we're like, oh, I just need to make everyone happy and then I'll be happy. And that's never true. What that does is trains people to expect you to put them first. And when you don't, what do? They have tantrums. They spit the dummy, they throw their toys out of the pram, usually at you. So if you're having a lot of what seeming problems, I like to call them, the angels are saying there is a better way to look at this than letting your ego take over. And if you're open, allow yourself to see the truth of that situation. So there might be something you need to change, but it's not a blame situation, right? The ego blames, the higher self says, oh, okay, I might need to alter my behavior here. Maybe I need to stop people pleasing. Maybe I need to say goodbye to those people who are treating me badly because they didn't get what they wanted. So what is coming up for you? And you might be like unaware right now. It's not something you might just get like this, but looking at it from the perspective of how am I letting my ego take over with this situation, telling me a story, blaming and shaming, projecting onto others. And what can I do to shift into my higher self and hand it over to my angels, my soul, and to bring some light into this situation instead of just fear? So don't let the fear voice narrate what it is that is going on. So the fear voice might say, it's because, you're not good enough, or you don't look good enough, or people don't respect you, or whatever it is. That's a fear. It's not true, right? When you say things like that to yourself, or you hear things like that, that's not the truth. The truth is that you fear that it's true, right? You say, oh, I'm unworthy. No, you deep down, you know that you're worthy, but you fear you're unworthy. And that puts a bit of space between it. So here the angels with the second card are highlighting a block for you. So there's a resistance to change. Can you see this figure in the front? I can see it straight away. I'm not reading the words. He's kind of like, ooh, rigid, right? He's blocking. The angel is behind him. The money is behind him. The house is behind him. The things that he wants. This could be a temple, right? His connection to the divine. And yet he's so rigidly protecting his ego and looking outwards into the world that he's not noticing that all of these blessings are in his life, and he's probably not letting them in. So again, the angels are chatting away. It's this energy. So if we're in the year of the snake, a 9 year, it's completions, endings, releasing things that don't serve you, maybe something that has served you, but then it's just no longer serving you. And it's not just about serving your ego. It's about, is this blessing and enhancing and supporting you? Is it giving you energy, or is it taking energy away? And ego issues always tend to take energy away. They give us a short-term fix, right? Oh, I'm going to judge that person. I'm going to feel temporarily good about myself because I've put someone below me. But that soon goes away. It doesn't last. It's like a caffeine high. It doesn't last, and it leaves you feeling a bit crappy. So, your higher self would say, all right, maybe this person isn't so good for me anymore. I'm not going to judge them, but maybe our paths, it's time for us to part ways, and I will bless them on their journey, and I will go this way on my journey and thank them for the blessings and the love and let the rest go. So it's about discernment rather than having your ego be all puffed up. So where is there resistance in you to change a perspective, to change how you're thinking about things? that is not allowing this endings, completion, release to happen. It's like, I don't want to let go of my ego perspective that I'm always right and everyone else is wrong, or like whatever it is. It's not as you know, the poles aren't so far apart. There's allowed to be a gray area. So you need to sort of do anything that puts you back into your higher self, really. And higher self is connected to the divine, feeling at ease, knowing that all is divinely well, and that this is a compassionate universe, and you're being moved through something very difficult. Now, that's not to say that it isn't difficult. Just because the angels are bringing it to you, they're not saying, hey, you should know this by now. They're not judgmental either. They're just lovingly showing you, almost, it's the consequences sometimes, isn't it? If we ignore a toothache for long enough, it's going to get really bad. We're going to have to go and have that thing pulled out, or, we're going to have to go through pain. And so our angels are there to wake us up to things before they start creating the pain. And in a way, the intensifying of knowing, okay, this tooth is really hurting, is helping you to recognize, all right, I've got to make a change now. I've got to make a change now. And the consequences aren't coming from your angels. They're helping you be aware of it. But it's the cosmic energies, the shifts, everything, ascension, if you want to call it all of that, that is pushing us collectively and individually to this point of seeing what we need to see in order to shift. So the guidance. All right, we've got 2 cards for the guidance. The first one is strength. So this is what you need right now. I love the number 11. I was out and about in the city over the weekend, and every table number I got, everywhere I went, I had the number 11. Like, it was everywhere. And 11, or 11 is watch your thoughts. Make sure that your thoughts align with your integrity, your actions, your beliefs, your values. So sometimes we're not manifesting because we're acting like children having a tantrum, right? We're saying, I want it, universe. Where is it? Instead of going, okay, where am I out of alignment? What's the truth? What is it that I really want? And, I went to see Oprah on the weekend, and one of the things she talked about was intention, and not just intentions, setting intentions, but the intention behind the intention. Right? Why is it that I'm asking for this thing? Am I asking for it from my ego or from my highest self? Am I asking it, for it to plump up my ego and make me look good? Or is it something that's really in my heart and soul to do? And how can I adjust it in order to manifest the best version of it? Because, when we manifest from our ego, we just create problems for ourselves. It's karma. It's called karma. So that's the problem with the ego. It's always creating karma. Well, everything we do is cause and effect. So here we have Archangel Ariel, who we invoked. Remember, she walked in earlier. And Archangel Ariel is saying, come back into your place of strength. Know that you can walk through this difficult time and come out successful, at ease, at peace, in a better place. Now is a time for forgiveness of yourself and others, being kind, and walking this earthly path with peace, with a sense of peace, not just to yourself, but to your fellow souls on the planet. Here we have a sun setting, which is really speaking to this energy right now. We're coming into solstice next week. I've actually got a karma releasing session with Archangel Zadkiel next week with the violet flame. Perfect timing, right? We're not just releasing the year, we're releasing all of this year of the snake stuff. So if you're struggling with it, come and join us. It's early bird until the end on Friday. So you can book in now and get the replay as well. We've also got the standing stones. I'm doing this event on the solstice, the 19th, which is Stonehenge is very aligned with the winter, the December solstice, winter in the northern hemisphere. So we've got standing stones here, and we've got this beautiful dove of peace and the sun setting, right? the endings, the closing of this year. So this is a very important month, not just for getting prepped for Christmas or whatever your holidays, but for your soul and making sure that you're rightly aligned, that you're correctly aligned. This is no joke. This is really, really coming to a peak. So we're going to be doing a big releasing, a big clearing, a big karma releasing as well, so that you're not carrying anything that you don't need or want or doesn't align with you into 2026. So Archangel Ariel helps us as well, not just with our spiritual abundance, but with our physical abundance, because the angels understand that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And to be balanced in that aspect, spirit, in a way, has to come first. We have to make sure that our soul is in charge, not our ego, right? Otherwise, we get all carried away in the material and forget the spiritual, and we cause problems for ourselves. The other card that came out is this one, the 7 of Ariel. So Ariel twice. I know I've got some big Ariel fans in my watching audience. It's letting you know that you're almost there. So don't feel like it's like a game of snakes and ladders that you've somehow kind of dropped to the bottom of the game because of any problems that you're facing right now. It can feel like that. Your ego, it's right. The ego feels devastated when it's proven wrong, or when it doesn't get what it wants, or when it starts to realize that you're onto its game and it's time to, have a changing of the guard, put the intuition and the soul in charge instead of your ego. So have patience. It's review how far you've come, and once you've done that release, you will be ready for your next project. So if you've got this sense right now that you're wanting to push ahead, but there's things in the way, it's needing to realize, release, and then the gates will open. The gates will open. And we have an outcome card, which is the Queen of Gabrielle. So here you are in your throne, a lot more relaxed. The tension is gone because you know that you're in command. You can call in what you want. You can surrender to your angels and the universe, and you are not feeling this kind of stress, fear, adrenaline energy behind it of like, oh, it has to happen, which is manifesting from fear and lack. So the words on the card for this one I'm going to read you is, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. You will attract what you need. So we've got this sense of being in command, but not in the authoritarian kind of do, make it happen type of energy, more of a relaxed and surrender energy. So let's ask for one card from the Ancestors deck, and then I'm going to finish up. Oh, it doesn't surprise me that this has come out because it's popped out a few times. Look at the raven or the crow. Oh, there's a bird at my window. Goodness. There's an owl, and the words are, wise one, grow within your current situation. Feathers in the hair. This is about wisdom. You're growing in wisdom right now. So if you're trying to, I'm seeing like the Harry Potter magic wand, right? You're trying to make something happen. It's like, what's wrong with my wand? You've got to align it with your power and your wisdom, your higher wisdom, and get the ego out of the way. So let me know in the comments, how do you think your ego might be sabotaging you right now? And if you don't know, just drop me a heart or something. And know that I'm cheering you on. I'm praying for you. I'm sending you light. The whole aim of all of this is getting you in alignment with your soul purpose and path, and to make things easier for you. You've been through so much, and the universe is only seeking to lift you up and make your light brighter, not to dim it or dull it or slow you down. So this is great wisdom. I always think of the angels showing me the vision again and again of placing like a crown and a robe over you, over me, over all of us, of going, goodness, this is a big lifetime you've chosen, and we admire you for it, and we're here to help you, and we're looking after you, and we look up to you in a non-ego way. And that sense of that is right now. It's like, you're not persecuted. You've come to do a tough journey, and the journey isn't over. but you are graduating, right, to a path that feels a lot easier. All right, angel blessings to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know if you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you so much love for this week, and angel blessings. Take care.